I decided in my beauty school I would get more out of it than any other guy that was in my class, in my school, and do more with my education and honor the teachers and honor my profession than any other kid. Are you that guy that's the person in school getting the most out of it? Taking every bit while you have the opportunity? Are you the person in your class, your school, that's going to take that destiny and take that challenge? I'm glad I did. Years later, I met a kid that said, I went to beauty school with you. And I said, oh my God, what was I like? He said, you were weird. I said, no shit. He said, what made you weird? He said, you were the only guy in beauty school, even though there was no products provided except the cheap kind of gel and goopy stuff. You used Paul Mitchell products out of your pizza delivery money on each and every guest, and that at the time was a $3 roller set, and I was using Paul Mitchell on them. And I said, what did that make you think? He said, I wish I had. You got to make a commitment. Your habits right now in school is where you define yourself, create your reputation, so when you move into the salon, it's just a continuation, not wait till I get to the salon, I'll be nice to people. Wait till I get to the salon, I'll put on courtesy makeup. I see some salons and hairdressers that throughout the day they get prettier. They start off with nothing, like a blank face. 2 o'clock, one mascara eye. 4 o'clock, second one. By 5:30 when they're finished, they look like supermodels. Don't you think that's a little backass? Yes. The point is you should come to work like that, because if we're in the beauty business, you know, it's a big part. We have a dress agreement in our salon. You dress to work for me. And the more you dress up, I think it helps the guests see that you work here, but more importantly, it helps them dress up to come see you. You go work with your Birkenstocks and flip-flops and casual pajamas, your clients are going to come in, you know, you'll be doing hair and not looking at their face. You'll be covering up what you see because it's not helping. Just saying, it's not about beautiful people, it's about making people feel beautiful. Right? It's about touching people's hearts and souls. And I will say that is the real key of being a hairdresser, is liking people. And if you don't, I've got bad news, you may not do well. Unless City Mortgage hiring. Because people want to be interactive, they want to be entertained, they want to have a loving hairdresser. I do a campaign, are you in love with your hairdresser? You want a love affair. You know what Paul Mitchell's first dream was? To shower with every woman in America. He was kind of kinky, my boss. Metaphorically speaking, he does. We have millions of bottles of shampoo in every lady's shower. Hey, he was shampooed with a few men. He didn't know that at the time. Pretty funny. Who's with us, Donna? Let me introduce a very, I don't see them, I see them all here. Nice, Debbie. Let me bring up here, this young lady's from Savannah, Georgia. One of my top platform artists that we work with will be doing main stage. She owns a salon. She's got incredible experience. She's actually in our new campaign. And what I love about her is actually her last name is Dryer, like hair dryer. So I was like, I thought it was stage, like she changed her name from Prince, you know, kind of thing. But come on up, don't be shy, LaDonna. This is LaDonna Dryer. What do you want to tell these kids? Okay. What would they need to do to get a job in the salon with you? What type of things do you look for?
Wow, that's a great question. I actually only came to reality of what that was only maybe 10 years ago. I know that sounds like a long time, but for me it's still like new in ownership. My husband and I own the salon together. We have evolved quite a bit, because when we first opened the salon, we weren't really hanging around people that you want to be like. All right, so now I get to be in close cahoots with this guy here. So I actually have a lot more mentorship. And I've learned that being flexible is all part of the process, but I love it. It's a growing process that makes me feel like I have just graduated from beauty school every day, because we're so passionate, we're still energized about it. And when we see that something is not working, we're not afraid to change it, all right? So, you know, we might have gone from, if you had a license, you can come and work in our salon. Now we're much more detailed as to who we pick, because it's our family. You know, when you're thinking about choosing a salon home, we call it home for a reason. Because most of us are there more than we are at home. You're probably in school more than you are at home. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, we're really, really particular, not like snooty, but we're particular about who we allow into our environment. Like Robert said, it's about feet and the soul. So what we do is so much more than just creating beautiful hair. Yes, that is priority, because that's how we make money. And my husband reminds me of it every day. Every time I try to give something away, he's like, you do realize that we're here to make money, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. But again, it's so much deeper. It's about touching the person in your chair. If you're making them feel great because you created a great hairdo, that's awesome. If you're making them feel great because you made them feel special by you listening to them and not chatting with your coworker about their useless nonsense or reality show, I swear I'm down to 2 now, but I don't talk about it in the salon. But if you're talking about giving them their full attention and you made them feel great in that way, then that's a special thing and that's how we touch people. So that's #1 priority. I heard Robert tell you guys that you gotta like people. That is absolutely necessary. I'm amazed that when people come to interview with us and they tell us they don't like people, and I'm like, maybe you should be behind the warehouse line of whatever. That doesn't deal with people whatsoever. But when you're there, you think about it, our hiring process is quite interesting. Before we even talk about money, before we even have anybody sign a piece of paperwork whatsoever, they have one requirement. That's to come and hang out with us.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
All right?
Talk is cheap in this business, you know.
That's right.
You know, I work so hard, I'm a hard worker. In other words, your hand's stuck in your pocket for a reason. Hard work is something you may have to learn. You may not know what hard work is. If you live with your parents, cleaning up your bedroom was not hard work, okay? Was not hard work. I'm talking work to a level that when you start working for me, I will make you work so hard in the sink, your little leaf press-on nails will pop off. You'll be going home at night noticing a deformity in one arm and one leg, one from the blow dries and one from the hydraulic chair. You look like a crab on the beach. You know, it's not an easy job, and I'm just saying, what doesn't kill you makes you strong. You've got to know that the work ethic of what we do, the lady I'll bring up in a bit, and I'm sure LaDonna works with this, Stephanie Kachowski is, you know, unfortunate as an employer of a salon. She works a couple of days a month in one of my salons. On average, this lady books $2.5, sometimes $3, sometimes $4,000 in a day. So the last thing I want to say before I kind of disconnect from you guys, you need mentorship. You need people to hang around. LaDonna inspires me. All the people I'm able to coach pay me forward every single day because they give me things to look at a little differently. She's a brilliant hairdresser. One of my favorite talents, works all over the world. You're going to Brazil, you're going all over the planet, all under the flag and umbrella of being a hairdresser. The thing that you want to always know that every day you can be closer to your goals or further away. You made it to school on time. Congratulations, you're successful, you made it. You didn't kill anybody on the clinic floor today. Congratulations, you're one step closer to your dream. So the mentorship, when you pick mentors, I want you to be careful. You go to the show today, you're going to see a few guys with their shirts off, give the giant, ooh, here's some product. If that's what mentors you, then go to Chippendales, single men. So I'm just saying, what you should be looking at is don't just pick mentors. If you want the one that will run the New York Marathon, I'm probably not the best mentor you could pick. But if you want to mentor people who are dangerous, that can really help and mold you, Stephanie is an incredible mentor, an absolute hairdresser that can cover any initiative, but is still a dangerous hairdresser behind the chair. So don't think platform work's the answer to not really being good at all. Platform work's cool if you can get the job, but being what you're going to school for is to be a dangerous hairdresser in the salon. That's the key thing. So let me bring up, she's the artistic director of Paul Mitchell. That's a big title. She's also the vice president of education. Please welcome Ms. Stephanie.
Well, it's always an honor to work with people that you love. I met this crazy gentleman, Mr. Robert Cromeans, at a hair show a couple years ago. He's like, do you know how to do that? I'm like, yeah. You know how to do that? Yeah. You know how to do that? Yeah. You know how to do that? No. Well, that's what you can become the best at. So I used to hate the color hair, and working with Robert and the vision of believing in yourself and going to the next level can create magic, and he's helped me make magic, and now we're making magic at Paul Mitchell to provide a company that you can believe in, to believe in a company that can take you to the next level of your career. All of you had a wish, I want to be a hairdresser. Did you ever even think about what that meant? You know, so I think the greatest gift that we have is, like what LaDonna said, it's, you know, you gotta love people. When people come in and they're like, oh, I want to work for you, hang out, because you're going to be dead in an hour. You know? Do you have a willing heart? Do you have a bit of chatter that isn't about drugs, divorce, and dynasty? Do you care about the individual soul that's in your chair? Let's give it up for Robert. LaDonna hit that right on the head, is do you care about what's in your chair? It's not about, oh, what can I do with her and how much money do I need to pay for the car. It's what does she need from me? You know, it's like we have the opportunity, you know, in Paul Mitchell's culture, we call future professionals day makers. When's the last time you had your day made? You know, when's the last time you've had the opportunity to make somebody's day? I had a lady return one day crying, and it wasn't because of her hair color, trust me, it was kind of fun. And she goes, you don't know what you did for me today. I'm like, yeah, I did. I trimmed your bangs and I made you blonder. She goes, no, you helped me. And yesterday we had one of the best opportunities ever, LaDonica. LaDonna and I work together. I think I'm black. She thinks she's white, so we get along. And we work together. I hate that this table is
So we go this weekend. You're trying to give us apart.
I know, girl. I miss you.
And we're stronger women too.
Let's move the stage. It's just sometimes you're like, you got stuff in your way. I'm clumsy. I hate when things are messed up. But we have the privilege to work together quite a bit. And LaDonna went to India. Because of her skill set, we can send this one anywhere. And it's kind of my story too. So we're kind of one and the same. We walk alike, we talk alike, we just don't look alike, you know. But in India, she got to discover what true passion is, about helping people go to the next level that might not be that fortunate. And because she got kind of touched, probably more way than another, she brought that grace to us here. And over the last couple of months, and she's had the pleasure to tour nationally and internationally, she's found local chapters of people that have had some hard times. Now, when we think about it, we've all had hard times. But have you had the hard time like what we've looked at? I don't think so. You know, when you hit bottom, you keep going because all of a sudden there's a hill that goes upstream. And yesterday we had a wonderful chapter of Dress for Success. And we had the pleasure to change 5 people's lives by just making them feel good. That just capitalizes over what great training, what great spirit and energy can give you. And, you know, we got to see some people in the audience, they were crying because everybody thinks they're having a good day until somebody tells them how blessed they are when things change and happen. So I love that we're here at a conference. Is there anybody that wants to talk about anything? Because we could go on just yapping. Is there a question? Is there a target? Is there a focus? Is there something you want to know?
I live in a small town, and it seems that in this rural area, everyone seems to be very competitive. And I feel like we should all kind of be allies in the business. We can work together and build our brand and network together. So how would I go about approaching becoming more allies with others? I worked in the salon for 3 years, and I just did my own thing. And I actually franchise other towns now to go to education because, like I said, my town is still competitive. We don't really look at allies. It's like we're all competitive, and we have like 25,000 people in the town, and I can't do WNI care, so I'm like,
Why not? Think differently.
it's all together, but how can I battle that competitiveness?
I think the first thing I would do is, you know, a one roof community. You know, if you're in a salon that is yours, you have the choice to do what you like.
Right.
So basically, why not utilize your salon and invite your town in and start to tell your story? It's like you could run for mayor without having to go through all that political crap. And you could help give people a chance so that people see a different way. You know, you got to lead before anybody's going to follow. So be the leader. And, you know, look to whatever manufacturer you choose. I hope it's Paul Mitchell, because we'll help you build that dream. So, and then invite people in. And, you know, you can get a local educator from any manufacturer to come in. Where are you at?
Outside Tallahassee.
Florida? Yeah. So, I mean, she's close. She'll go anywhere, this one. All you gotta do is put a few pastries in front of her and some sweet
Like cheese.
Good.
I'm not really black, I like it. But she's so right about that. It's so funny because just 2 weeks ago, we planned at our salon an upcoming hair-a-thon, and we all actually call it a beauty-a-thon because it's more than just hair that's going to be involved, massages, nails, whatever, but we're inviting the community, you know. one of the things that I always remember when Clay Ball sang to me, and